Most men text like beggars. Hey, what's up? How was your day? They send weak, predictable lines and wonder why women vanish like vapor, why the conversation dies faster than a spark in a thunderstorm. But here's what no one told you. Texting isn't communication, it's psychological warfare. Every word you send either weakens your frame or wires her addiction. It's not about emojis, it's about control. It's not about replies, it's about emotional chemistry. So if you're sick of ghosting, dry replies, and being just another guy, listen carefully, because once you lock in these 3 texting triggers, you won't just get her attention, you'll live in her head long after the phone is down. This isn't about tricks, this is about mastery. And if you don't click away in the next 30 seconds, you'll absorb something that rewires your entire dynamic with women, forever. Let's dive in. Texting secret number 1, the unfinished story method. Most men chase with paragraphs. They over-explain, overshare, and in doing so, they kill the spark before it ever has a chance to burn. But the high-level operator understands something deeper. Mystery is magnetic. This is where the unfinished story method comes in. It's built on a psychological weapon called the Zeigarnik Effect, a glitch in the human mind that obsesses over incomplete things. Start a movie and don't finish it? Your brain loops it. Hear a story with no ending? You itch for the rest. And texting is the perfect place to exploit this. Here's how it works. Instead of saying, "I had the craziest thing happen today," then telling the whole damn story, you say, "I had the craziest thing happen today, but I'll tell you later. You won't believe who I ran into today, but I'll save it for when I see you." Now her curiosity is hooked. Your message keeps echoing in her mind, and without realizing it, she starts chasing the closure. Most guys act like customer service agents, always available, always explaining. But this method flips the polarity. Now you are the cliffhanger. You are the open loop she can't close without coming back to you. And that tension, that absence of completion, it becomes the drug. And here's where it gets powerful. You don't just use this in texts. Use it on dates. Use it in person. If she asks, "What do you usually do for fun?" don't give her a script. Say, "Hard to explain. You'd have to see it." Now she's curious. Now she's imagining. Now she's invested. Because when you become a question she can't answer, she keeps coming back until she solves you. Texting secret number 2, the emotional roller coaster effect. Let's rip off the bandage. Women don't crave texts. They crave feelings. They crave experiences. They crave emotional tension they can't explain and can't resist. So if your messages feel safe, sweet, and predictable, like a calm walk through a park, she'll forget you before her next notification buzzes. But if your texts feel like a storm wrapped in velvet, she'll get addicted. This isn't about being mean. It's not about playing a character. It's about crafting an experience inside her mind, a spike, a twist, a mystery, a hit of dopamine, then the drop. And you do it like this. Let's say she texts, "I love sushi." Most men reply, "Me too." What does that do? Nothing. But you're coded differently. You say, "Sushi? That's such a basic choice. I expected more danger from you." Now she's hooked. She wants to prove herself. You've created friction, but playful friction. And friction is attraction. Want to make it even deeper? Stop texting like a predictable robot. No more good morning every day like she's your employer. Instead, vanish. Then come back like a spark. Just saw something that reminded me of you. Still deciding if it's a compliment. Boom. Now you've entered her mind. Or instead of texting, "I miss you," try this. "Walked past this old cafe today. Smelled exactly like your perfume. Didn't expect that." Now she's feeling it. You've transported her. You've ignited her senses. You've stopped being words on a screen and became a visceral experience. That's the key. Create contrast, create curiosity, create a rhythm she can't anticipate. And suddenly, she's the one checking her phone, rereading your texts, wondering what emotion is coming next. Because when you break the pattern, you become the pattern she can't stop chasing. Texting secret number 3, the reverse chase strategy. Let's talk about the number 1 sin that annihilates your value over text. Chasing. You message her. She takes 5 hours to reply with a dry LOL. And what do most men do? They panic. They double text. They try harder. They start typing essays like it's a job application for her attention. That energy? Repulsive. Because here's the dark truth. The more you chase, the more invisible you become. So what do high-value men do? They flip the script. Introducing the reverse chase strategy. Here's how it works. If she takes 3 hours to reply, you take 6. If she sends a one-word response, you reply with even less, or nothing at all. You mirror her energy, then subtly reduce it. This triggers something primal in her brain. The fear of loss, the curiosity of disinterest, the obsession with why she's not being pursued. You become a psychological cliffhanger. Let's take a real example. You text her, "Just found this insane coffee spot. You'd love it." She replies 4 hours later with, "Oh nice, what's it called?" Most men would reply, "It's called Java Central. The vibe was amazing. Best espresso I've had. Weak, predictable, forgettable." Instead, you wait. Then you drop this. "Already forgot, but the espresso slapped. Short, cold, commanding." What does this do? It shifts the dynamic. You're not chasing her attention. You're inviting her to earn yours. And once she feels that shift, she starts texting faster, longer, more emotionally. Why? Because you've tapped into the intermittent reinforcement effect. It's the same psychological mechanism that hooks gamblers to slot machines. The unpredictable reward keeps them coming back. So when you pull away, then reward her with attention only when she invests, you become mentally addictive. Not because you're playing games, but because you've stopped giving your power away. So from now on, no more instant replies, no more over-explaining, no more texting like a beggar. Instead, become the reward. Let her chase clarity, let her chase approval, let her chase you. Because in the texting game, he who chases loses. He who pulls away controls the frame. Since you stayed until the end, I'm going to give you something no one else will ever receive. Bonus texting secret number 4, the shadow variant, memory hijack protocol. What if you could make her miss a moment that never actually happened? What if you could embed yourself into her emotional memory without touching her, without seeing her, without even being real? That's what this is. Not a text, not a flirt, a false memory implant, a phantom nostalgia that haunts her. You text her something like this: "Strange. Sometimes I forget that moment even happened, but when I feel it again, it hits way too hard." Then go silent, disappear. No details, no explanation. Let her wonder, what moment? Was it with me? Did I forget something? Or did he? Here's the twist. You never shared a moment. You just told her one existed and allowed her mind to fill in the blanks. Now she starts to scan her memory, looking for a time she might have missed, something you both experienced or should have. But the brain doesn't like holes, so it creates one. It fills in fake images, false feelings. It attaches emotion to nothing, and that's the trap. The more she tries to remember, the more she believes it was real. Even if part of her doubts it, the emotional imprint stays. Because the brain tags emotionally intense experiences as true, even if they never happened. You've hacked her recall system. You've blurred the line between memory and imagination. You are now a ghost in her mind, not fully real, not fully gone. And every time she thinks about that message, she falls a little deeper into your world. This is not a game. This is neurological architecture. Dark influence woven into a whisper of words. You didn't just make her feel. You made her remember something that never existed. And the best part? She'll keep coming back, not to get closer to you, but to reclaim a feeling she can't explain. That is the shadow variant. Use it wisely, because once this spell is cast, she'll never see you the same again. Now that the secrets are yours, what you do next will decide everything, because you can go back to over-texting, to chasing, to being one more name she forgets. Or you can vanish from that version of yourself and return as the man she can't stop thinking about, the man whose words feel like fingerprints, the man whose silence is louder than her entire contact list, the man who doesn't just text, he imprints. Because this isn't about texting, it's about power, it's about dominance in disguise, and now you hold it. She won't understand why she checks her phone more. She won't realize why her heart skips when your name appears. She'll just feel the pull, unexplainable, unshakable, unforgettable. So ask yourself, will you go back to being predictable, or will you embody the one truth she can't unsee, that you are the man, texted by many, chased by few, claimed by none? Subscribe to the Stoic Architect, not for more tips, but for transformation, for command, for the final evolution. Return, rewire, and let her feel the absence that rewrites everything.